Welcome back. Well, here are some life lessons you may not have heard from dear old mom. Do your laundry or you'll die alone. Or don't promise a kidney to someone you met in a bar after 2 a.m.
Good advice. According to author Becky Blades, this is advice your mom would give you if she thought you were actually listening. She has many more hilarious words of wisdom in her new book. And now, Becky, Heather and I have been reading this book, laughing, but at the same time, we're going, this is so true. So I think, or I'm hoping, that you're using the humor to kind of cut into people's attention, because young ladies, it's kind of hard to battle with other things that grab their attention.
Exactly, just their phone devices. Yeah. You know, I read that young women today have 3,000 messages a day coming at them, boys and girls. But a mom's voice sounds awfully annoying compared to the thousands of friends on their phone. So humor, short attention span, quips, we want those motherly voices running around in our heads for the rest of our lives.
I love that. Now, you actually have a pretty successful daughter. She went to Harvard. Now, why would she need, 270 pieces of advice for when she left for college?
Good question. It didn't start there. And yes, she's graduating next month. So I guess the joke's on me. But when she was a senior in high school, the first day of her senior year, she went off to school. I went into her room. It looked like a hurricane hit. I thought, this woman, she's very ambitious, but she doesn't know how to get her laundry done. And you know as well as I do that stress starts with the littlest things, not having your favorite jeans. So I started a kind of a quest for myself, the longest list of my life, all the things I didn't want her to get out of the door without knowing. And you never know what they know because they're not listening to you. So I sent it in an email to her. Sweet thing that she was, her first week of college, she wrote back and said, Mom, this is funny, you should make a book out of it.
Aww.
And do it by the time little sister graduates from high school. So I had TikTok, a 2-year time period, and I made it a book.
And we're thankful that you did. And is that kind of, when you were talking about the room was a mess, is that where you came up with the title of the book, the Do Your Laundry
Yes.
or Die Alone?
Yes, and then I sent a letter, and the letter said, it starts here, Missy. It starts with the laundry. When you want your favorite jeans and only your favorite jeans will do, you'll want them clean. You know, you don't want to be rifling through the laundry for the cleanest dirty jeans. So, and the rest is just, laundry's a metaphor. Laundry's a metaphor for a lot of things. Do what you need to get done, and the rest is easier.
Such important words, and I hope every child is listening right now.
Okay.
So, okay, we have a new generation that's kind of coming to age. What do you think they're missing?
Well, there are some new things that they have to deal with. You know, these phones for one, and there are manners that they aren't dealing with. And manners kind of go with cultural times. Do you know many women who take these to dinner with them, sit them on top of the table? One of the things I say in the book is pocket your cell phone during meals. If you want to spend time with somebody, turn it off, leave it in the car, someone suggested. They're also missing their safety on these kinds of devices. One of the things in the book says, never put anything on the internet that you wouldn't want to discuss in a job interview, on a first date, or with your mom. Have some boundaries.
Yeah. And this is, I think, you're staying with the times, like what goes on social media, don't take your phone to dinner, but you're also kind of going back a little bit on things that a lot of us have kind of forgot about, writing thank you notes, or, you know, pulling a chair out for someone, or, you know, you're also going with, don't forget those things.
Exactly. Thank you notes are always in style. If one of my daughters says, nobody writes thank you notes anymore, I say, well, you do, because, and now the internet is full of stories of people who have gotten jobs because they've remembered those old-fashioned manners. Manners never go out of style.
Well, let me tell you about that. This is a guy and a girl thing, because the person that I currently am dating right now does thank you notes and does it on his own, and he must have learned that from his mother at some point, and I'll tell you what, huge attraction to that he was doing that, and I was like, wow, you still do something that means something, and it works both ways.
That is a great story. And there's a piece in the book that says, you can tell a lot about a man by the way he treats the server at Applebee's.
Yes, we read that one.
And that's so true, and his pet. And I think that's so true, because, you know, you really can.
Right.
But there's so many that we love in there. What was one of your other favorites?
Oh, mine was the parallel parking. I thought that was funny, because I'm a horrible parallel parker, and you said, don't worry, they've got cars that are going to do that for you.
Right,
so they're funny, but so they make me they're so short, but make me feel good.
Thanks. The biggest compliment I got was a young woman said, "These are the things that my mom told me. When she says them, they sound like a lecture. When you say them, it feels like a hug."
Oh, that just melted my heart. And
I love that.
These, I think, when you were saying you gave these to your daughter, that you wanted to give these to her as she went off to Harvard, is this kind of what you're hoping? Moms are thinking, okay, there's so much. What did I not tell you as you were leaving? Because you get that kind of empty nest feeling.
Yes, it's my empty nest therapy, but it's also very true that when we hear something from our moms, it kind of goes in one bucket. But when we hear it from somebody else's mom, I mean, we all have those other mothers, our mom's friends, who, when they say it, it kind of validates mom. So I'm just validating all the moms out there. And when aunt gives it for graduation gift, or even mom, it's somebody else's voice. And when you hear a lot of wise people who care about you say the same thing, you kind of adopt it.
I love it. And Becky, I think this is something that all moms and aunts and even uncles and fathers should be picking up, especially if you have kids in college or away from home. And maybe email 1 or 2 little quips a week or text them. I mean, why not use the technology we have to spread these great words?
And I didn't think of everything. So one of the things, all my friends were adding things when I was editing this. And so in the back, I put a few extra pages.
Oh, perfect.
For number 270, actually, is always leave room for advice from those who love you.
Oh.
Because the things your mom said may be related to your family, or things her mom said are going to be different than what I thought of. So it can be customizable and personal and go a long way.
I think that's great. Becky, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Love this book.
And you can get the book signed by Becky at Mostly Books on Speedway, April 30th at 7 p.m. To contact the store, you can call 571-0110. And to find out more about her book, you can log on to laundryordie.com.